If it's not making you grow, it's got to go. Hey guys, what's up, what's up, what's up? KG, RoughToBeBuffTV. We're back with another Monday motivation today. So what I want to talk about today, guys, is I want to talk about 5 toxic things that you absolutely need to get out of your life instantaneously. Get these 5 things completely out of your life to find more peace, more intrinsic happiness, and a fuller, richer time on earth. Okay, so moving right into it, the very first thing, guys, is social media. Now, this doesn't mean completely get rid of social media, so I'm gonna pump the brakes a little bit here. Now, what I mean by getting rid of social media or cutting back on social media is you gotta start asking yourself, is what type of content am I looking at? Where am I spending my time? Because the average consumer, the average American, looks at their cell phone and social media anywhere from 90 minutes, an hour and a half, upwards of 5 hours a day. If you extrapolate just an hour and a half a day, that's 23 days out of the entire year that you spend looking on social media. So the real thing is what are you looking at? Is it World Star? Is it Big Booty Hoes? Is it memes? Is it funny cat videos? Those are all good and fun, but to be completely honest, they're not making you any better. So spend your time wisely when it comes to social media, because the cell phone is the new TV. It's how we consume our entertainment. So if you're gonna spend your time looking at your cell phone, make sure it's something constructive, because the cell phone isn't going away and it's here to stay. So I challenge you to make sure that you're looking at stuff that's gonna make you better, not worse, because the saddest thing in life is wasted time and talent. And you got tons of talent, don't waste your time. Number 2, toxic relationships, toxic intimate relationships. I'm gonna start with friendships first, okay? So toxic relationships in general. Now, when it comes to toxic friendships, a lot of times we may not even see that this individual is toxic because they may have been a friend for a long time. This might be somebody that you have fun with. This might be somebody that you laugh with. What type of activities are you guys doing together? Now, if you're drinking alcohol, doing drugs, sitting around, this probably isn't the best person to kind of keep inside of your inner circle of really close friends. Maybe as an acquaintance, but not as someone that you probably should be associating yourself with, because like mama always says, you are who you hang out with, and that's what mama always says. Toxic intimate relationships, we've all been there, where there's been butterflies and we're in love and it's the honeymoon phase. It's that first 6 months to a year to where everything's peachy. And then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you realize that this person doesn't vibe on my energy level. You can't even stand going to bed with them. Every time you guys talk, your blood pressure is going through the roof. You're stressed out. They're not making you better. They're not challenging you. They're not asking you the tough questions. So get rid of that person, and that person may be sitting right next to you. There's nobody here, but take a look at that. If you've been unhappy in a relationship for more than 3 months and you guys haven't seen a counselor or seen a therapist and you're not trying to make it any better, it's probably time to go kick rocks and go kick the boots on the other Cadillac down the street, if you know what I mean. Number 3, this is a simple one: poor diet, poor food choices. And now I'm talking about added sugar, high fructose corn syrup, soda, cereals, granola bars, juices, alcohol, chips, non-perishable food that you find in the center of the store, food that you would find like in an AM/PM. I say it all the time, but a lot of this stuff is spiking your insulin, and if you're having a hard time getting your fat down, these aren't the most nutrient dense foods for your body to be lean, mean, fighting machine, if you know what I mean. So higher quality foods, more leafy greens, more lean proteins, better quality fats, and get rid of the boxed and bagged junk. If you're buying soda, stop. If you're buying chips, stop. If you're bringing in boxes of donuts to home, or pastries or cupcakes, stop doing that stuff, because all you're doing, we're going through a California heat wave. I'm burning up. I don't got central air in this room. But get rid of that stuff out of your diet. If you're having a hard time getting in shape, take a look with a fine-tooth comb and see what's going into your body. Because you're gonna have those midday lulls and you're not gonna be happy with your image and you're not gonna be feeling good in general. And what's worse than feeling crappy? Nothing. And the fastest, easiest way to start feeling better, you control this movement. Right here, see that? That's food. Bullshit food. This hand over here, this is good food. Yeah. Good food, leafy greens, veggies, fruits, stuff that grows on a farm. Eat that stuff, really good. Get rid of the crappy food. This one is another lumped category. I'm gonna put together two things here: complaining and blaming. Complaining and blaming. Now, everybody hates a complainer. That guy who comes into work, he's pissed off about his boss, he's mad because home life isn't good, and he's pissed because his car isn't working and his cell phone bill's too high. But the thing is that guy's probably not a very hard worker. He probably spends way too much money on Candy Crush, and he's probably unhappy at home because he treats his wife like a bag of shit. So a lot of this comes down to that individual. So if you're hanging out with a complainer, or you find yourself like that why me mentality, you're always thinking that you're a victim, there's some things, you know what, that we're not in control of. Is like where we're born, who our parents are. But I will say this: you are in control of how you react to both of those things. Sometimes we don't get the best parental situation, and then we go through our whole life blaming our parental units or whoever raised us as why we have all these shortcomings. But you know what you do in times like that is you say, hey, I'm not gonna be like this individual. I'm gonna take all that negative energy and I'm gonna funnel it into something positive. Because when something negative comes into your life, you use that as an example of what not to do. So get rid of the complainers and get rid of the blamers. If people are constantly blaming other people, I say this: you got to be your own worst critic. If you're constantly pointing the finger at others and you're not taking a look at what's happening to you or yourself, you know, and it could be in a relationship. It could maybe someone cheated on you, and then you go, oh, this person, I hate their guts, they cheated on me. What you really need to be asking yourself is why? Why did that person cheat on you? What did you not do in the relationship? What were you lacking, or what were you not taking control of when you had the opportunity to make it better? And I hear that people do that all the time. I used to do it, but when I take a look back at my life, I say, shoot, man, well, this is why this happened, because it was a toxic relationship. We weren't saying nice things to each other. We were raising our voices. We were cursing. We were yelling. We were screaming. A lot of those things that really terrible relationships go through. I'm kind of going off on a small tangent now, but try not to place blame so much, because when you're pointing one finger at someone, you got three fingers pointing right back at yourself. The last toxic thing you want to get out of your life: alcohol and drugs. Now this one kind of hits close to home for me because I am a casual user, or was a casual user of marijuana since I was 15. I've been smoking weed pretty much half my life. And the last 2 months, I stopped buying it. I stopped bringing it into the home, because a lot of times I'm like, man, if I gotta take a shower, I gotta get high. If I gotta go eat some food, I gotta get high. If I wanna go take a nap, I gotta get high. Now, that's a problem, you know, because everything that you put into your body messes with a few things. Your serotonin levels, your dopamine levels, your oxytocin levels, these are all hormones that make you feel good or bad. And if you're consuming a wide variety of drugs, whether it's cocaine, marijuana, alcohol, ecstasy, coke, bang, boom, whoop, boom, pow, whatever it may be, those are going to mess with your nervous system, the way that your brain functions, the way that your brain fires off and releases those types of hormones. And if you're feeling depressed, anxious, suicidal, sad, take a look at what you're putting into your body, because just like eating healthy food and all the positive benefits of healthy food, there are negative benefits of drugs and alcohol. And a lot of times we're having an epidemic of people self-medicating themselves with prescription pills, alcohol. Self-medication isn't making you any better. What's gonna make you better is telling people about your problem, go talking to a therapist, and getting rid of all the junk that you're putting inside your body. And I'm just recently learning this, you know, I'm dead serious. The last 60 days, I've stopped smoking marijuana, stopped bringing it into my house, because it's not making me any better. So I leave you with this, guys. If it's not making you grow, it's got to go. Now take a look at those 5 things I just talked about and repeat after me. If it's not making me grow, it's got to go. Make sense? Now go put it in play. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm super excited about this vlog. I've been thinking about this one for pretty much like the last 2 weeks or so, so I wanted to share that with you guys. Now it's out there, it's in the intraweb. I'm KG, this is RoughToBeBuffTV. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.